Hey guys, we got another episode straight from the Fishy Vaults. This is taking you back to 1998 with the Curse of the Spawn action figure line. These are 20 years old. 20 years of sweet, sweet plastic.
They smell 20 years old.
Curse of Spawn was a spin-off of the classic Spawn series. And, as usual, Mr. Todd Mcfarlane managed to make some really sweet stuff. These are actually priced $10.50 from way back in the day, which today seems really cheap. May not have been back then, but it seems really cheap
Just
for
looking
nowadays.
at these, they seem like that. So
These are definitely quality.
get up in here. We'll introduce each one here. So this is, yep, Rainius.
I think it's Rainius.
Yeah, this is Rainius. Super cool guy here.
Here we've got a Jessica Priest and Mr. Obersmith.
Here we have one of the coolest pieces, the Medusa piece.
Definitely a solid one. I've got Zeus here as a sweet barbarian. Really doesn't look super Zeusy as far as mythology goes, but still really cool.
Have Hatchet. Here. Last but not least,
The man himself.
Oh,
Curse
wow.
of the Spawn 2.
saved Spawn for last. Huh? Now this is a full set minus the special boxed edition.
The Desiccator, which was the big guy, he did come in a pretty good sized
So,
box back in the day.
As far as the set goes, this is pretty much the full set.
This is series 13 of the Spawn line. They made a ton of Spawn toys back in the day. This was a huge hit. This is well after the movie came out, right? The movie came out in 97, 98, I think.
Somewhere around there.
But yeah, they made a really cool toy line out of this. They run in the comics for, I think they're still running the comics.
Alright.
But we're about to bust open some 20-year-old toys.
Yeah, let's get in this.
Where do you want to start? We'll
I'm
save Spawn for
starting
last.
with Hatchet.
We'll start with Zeus. The box art on these is shockingly amazing. The back's really well done, advertising other stuff they're putting out. Nice backdrops. Really just well-designed box. And each card, I believe, is different. Yeah, each card is different. You notice Zeus is up here, or Jessica will be up here on this one.
Trying to do minimal damage to this backing. I know it doesn't really matter.
We're going to throw them away anyway. I'm sure somebody's cringing right now.
Someone's got these on their wall since they were a kid. I've never wanted to open them. Here we go. Man, the accessories galore, I tell you what.
Yeah, they really loaded you up with some sweet items.
Man, smells delicious. Smells like
There's an
model glue.
Interesting modelly scent. Ooh, some wire. Some sweet, sweet wire.
Oh,
Can't have a 90s toy without wire.
didn't have any of that.
Now, one of the things they were really advertising on this is how bendy they were. And this is apparently a toy first for a two-part movable beard. As in, this part of the beard is movable, and the other part is movable. And only slightly. No surprise, these are extremely well done. There's not a ton of articulation as far as what you'd probably see in a newer toy.
And that
And
might be why. Bendable vertebrae and dripping entrails.
for the time, this would have been probably one of the coolest toys you could get. Lots of nice bendy plastic, lots of detail even on parts that are hidden. The paint is amazing. The QC on all this stuff was amazing. But yeah, there is a little bit, as far as a modern standard, a bit of a lack of articulation.
The amount of detail on these dudes, man. Look at that. 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 Look It is just insane. All the way down to the boots, tread, all up through the face. Everything. Comes with a sweet bloody shovel.
Bloody shovel.
Sweet bloody axe creation spear thing. We got a bendy heart. Bendy set of, I'm gonna assume those are testicles. We got a bendy, oh. Not only is this a bendy spine, this is a bendy as
multi-piece spine?
No, it's got the metal wire that goes through.
Ooh.
So,
So it stays in place. Well, that's
mold
cool.
it to the bendiness. And then last but not least, I guess these are the
Interesting chain of skulls here.
dripping
Okay.
entrails.
Yeah.
Entrails. It looks like they go on here somewhere. Wow.
That helmet doesn't fit super well, but it looks absolutely amazing. And now that I've got it stuck on there, I don't think it's going anywhere. Comes with his little shaman staff as well as a pretty sweet broadsword here. Great sword, I suppose. I think the little hanging skulls are probably my favorite as far as the accessory go. Adds a nice touch of metal. A little bit nice splash of color there. The beard that they talked about so highly is really, honestly, pretty impressive. Just the fact that it's so well done. But, if you're looking for a toy to sit on a shelf, this is honestly hard to beat.
These are actually his little faces, skin faces.
Oh wow!
He's also got that apparently they stick onto his belt. Yeah, I haven't looked at the comic or anything, so I don't know anything about it, guys. So
Well, I mean, we know a little bit about Spawn, but
don't
we
beat
haven't
me up too hard.
actually read the spin-off series.
But it does look like they go right in to the belt.
Well, that would make sense. And do the other little things hang off the belt?
Don't hang off too well.
The
The
spine
belt
is
definitely
pretty
has
sweet.
holes for them, but they don't really stick in too well. I don't see. Oh, this has a.
Axe is really well
Stick.
designed. Really nice paint. I mean, I truly feel they went all out on these toys.
Yeah, they definitely did. There you go. I think mine has more mobility than yours does.
Yeah, mine doesn't bend a whole lot,
I
but
have
that's okay.
knees, arms. I even
Oh,
have.
so you have a ton of articulation. Yeah, I didn't get any of that.
Yeah.
I just got the man himself.
I guess we got a more playable figure. And, I mean, barbarians weren't flexible, right?
No.
All right, on to the next one.
Who do I got here?
We got
That's
a double.
Ooh, this is a double. You get a figure with a monster, which is Jessica Priest and Mr. Obersmith. Interestingly enough, when these came out, I know they do have a website on them, but they still have a call number. That give you just an idea of what the world was like back then.
We also, on this one, I just noticed, it's definitely not for children under 3 years old because of choking hazard, but this is for ages 5 and up.
Well, yeah.
Perfect age for Spawn.
Yeah. I mean, that just makes good sense. Right off the bat, we got a pretty sweet little blaster with a suppressor on it. I say blaster because it looks like it's outdoors. I suppose that's actually a gun. Nice use of metal again. That always makes me happy. See metal and things.
Oh, the chain. Okay.
You haven't had any chains yet?
No metal, except for the metal inside
The spine.
of the spine,
Again, classic 90s
which I
wire.
feel is gonna be, yes,
Ooh.
the same as the snake.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that just made it. That is awesome. So right off the bat, got this bad little snake. Waists, arms, that's about all the movement you're gonna get on these little. Looks like
That's
little
all you really expect there out of the
stony demons. Oh,
servants.
head moving. Head moves. They, I almost said they stand really well, but this one doesn't.
Leg articulation, no elbows, arms move, head spins. Man, is this thing cool. Legs turn, arms turn, head doesn't move.
2X. Same X, same mold, same colors. Yeah.
This almost looks like a thing of Torah.
Everything's the same there.
No, same axe? That's
Yep.
interesting. We're pulling her out. Jessica here. Her mold's looking awesome. Lots of nice tattoo detail. Lots of nice clothing detail. Really cool figure. And then, the real star of the show here is this crazy dude. Mr. Obersmith. Really neat, really well done. I love how red the tongue is. I don't know if you guys are picking that up. The tongue is a really red blood. It almost looks moist. The figure itself doesn't move a ton. Head does spin. Get a little bit of body movement, a little bit of playability there. I mean, these were really mint, I think, to just sit on the shelf and look cool. That being said, she doesn't stand super well. Yeah.
So this is a Medusa, which is like a Medusa mixed with a swamp creature.
Which is appropriate.
Cool thing is each of her snakes, or at least the big ones on her head, have the wire inside them, so you can pose them exactly the way you want them. Nice webbing in the hands, like a swamp creature thing. Got wings, got a tail, has like high heels, but they're little spines that come down to give her high heels. Neat fins coming off of her calves.
Just
nice
an awesome
face,
toy.
tongue out. But yeah, look at that. Gosh.
Look at that detail.
These are just something else. Her tail is removable. It was off, and I put it on to get it out of the package.
The snake's one of my favorite things here.
Oh man, this.
I mean, what a neat. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be almost a weapon, but
Insane.
snake whip. But I mean, you could, as far as a displayable figure, that doesn't get much cooler.
So neat. All right.
Yeah.
Come down to the last. You want to open this big boy? I'll take Spawn, since I opened up Medusa. This is gonna arguably be the best thing out of this collection.
This is definitely the best. This is Rainius, who is just this huge, crazy thing. 6 bendy appendages, removable guts. That's what I want in a toy. Removable guts.
Again, ages 5 and up. Definitely want your 5-year-old being able to remove his bendy guts.
I also get a fairy too, which is kind of odd. So right off the bat, you get a whole bunch of beef jerky looking stuff, which is pretty hilarious. I'm craving bubblegum for some reason.
Fix that.
Oh man.
Groups of demon bats. That's pretty cool.
That's plasticky smell. Feel this. Just feel that. Feel how just wonderful and entraily that is.
So gummy.
Get my gummy guts, which are straight up gummy. They're so gummy, they're actually stuck to it.
Really, really nice X. Lots of detail in that
Can't believe the tape is held up so well. there's every once in a while we open some of these toys and they almost fall out because rubber bands and tape and glue is just disintegrated. And in this case, they clearly went for the Scotch brand because it has lasted. Let me get my fairy out. I assume that's important.
So here's our hero character. Of course, he's got all the bats out, so this is the Batman Spawn. Lots of external skeletal figure structure. Everything you want your Spawn to be, man. This is just the detail. Oh, look at all that good detail. Down to his hands. Unfortunately, the Spawn character, though, does not have much articulation. One arm is good. No knee articulation at all. He has a circle in his hand, and he came with an axe. But there is no way you're going to be able to get this into his hand. His fingers are molded together, and yeah, that's just not going to work. That's kind of weird. Can't even get the shovel down in this thing.
Really? That's odd.
Yeah.
Does
And
it-
even I don't even think his hand's wide enough if you could get this in his hand. So that's a awkward thing to accidentally do, I guess.
The beef jerky is going in really poorly.
Just too gummy.
Well, it's the ones without the stick, which is kind of weird, fit really well, and then the one that clearly has a. Let's leave it off. It'll be okay. But yeah, did you see the guts with the little
Yes.
pull tab? So you lift up this very fleshy stuff and you stick his guts in there.
Alright, everybody, make way for the champion of the collection here.
But, this guy's supposed to hang somewhere. I guess really you can do whatever.
Come on over here, old man.
Can he hold his axe or spear in this case? Maybe over here. Hey,
Sounds like a no.
I think he can do it. I got faith in old Radius here. These really weren't meant to be played with.
Yeah, got it in there. And by spear, this guy's got this thing on a what appears to be a
Giant arrowhead
yeah,
on a tree.
a freaking power line.
Where's
pole.
Spawn? Is he you know it actually this dude just towers over Spawn. As he should. This dude is huge. These all bend, they're just like the snake, they can be posed. The beef jerky's gorgeous. This has a wonderful, just slimy, fleshy feel to it and just looks super, super cool. As far as a demon, this is a solid demon. No knees, but lots of good movement on the legs. The arms are elbow articulated, hands do spin, shoulders spin, head spins. Not much else going on there. This weird little fairy thing that is honestly the most cheesy part of this. This is clearly a 5-cent piece of plastic that they just threw in. And it just kind of hangs over here and looks cool. Again, I'm assuming that is a major part of the story why he's included. But talk about an awesome figure. This thing is amazing. Just the detail and the feel and ability. The fact that I can literally remove his guts as advertised. And really good detail up inside there.
I love these guts too.
Yeah, they're
It's like the consistency of a bouncy ball.
yes. Just a really cool toy. I could see owning about 30 of these on the shelf and being very happy about it. It actually does have an extra piece of beef jerky here that doesn't fit super well. Yeah, feel that. Does that? Don't you feel like you could straight up eat that?
Yeah.
But just I'd say a 9 out of a 10. I don't think they could improve this much more, with the exception of maybe giving it a little bit more articulation by today's standards, and you know, maybe making that piece of beef jerky fit a little bit better, or just having it molded in. But overall, just a huge win. That thing is absolutely amazing. Honestly, I wasn't disappointed by anything out of this set. Even Spawn here, with zero articulation, is just straight up awesome. It'd be cool if he could do something with his axe. But
yeah, you see how his hand is molded to never hold his axe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these are freaking awesome. If I had these as a kid, I think I would have grown up to be a lot better.
Maybe like that? Is that ridiculous? Nope. No, that is apparently ridiculous. Yeah, if you don't own these, go buy some. These are 20-something years old, and they really hold up. You know, a lot of the things that we play with are nostalgic, and they're fun because they're nostalgic. These are just cool because they are just straight up awesome.
Positionable bats. Not much positionable on these.
I assume that they go somewhere up here, don't they? Oh.
They can connect somewhere. Some of them have little connecting
Yeah,
points.
they do. I
But
don't really know why I would do that. I assume they kind of go on the spikes. Is that right? Yeah, that looks cool.
yeah, they got them on the spikes in the picture.
What's your favorite? I mean, is it clearly the winner here? Is this hands down one of the coolest toys you've ever played with?
Yeah. So it's actually not, as far as functionable and just cool piece, I really like that one. But this Medusa is my favorite piece.
Fair enough. It is awesome.
There's too much good, and I'm a huge like swamp monster kind of fan. I find that to be really neat. Webbed fingers and stuff, and just swampy. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's a awesome toy. There's nothing wrong with that one. I favor reptilian scary stuff.
Fair enough. Both are super sweet. And everything out of this set is awesome. There was nothing that wasn't super cool.
Nothing.
I'd say 9 out of 10 all
This
around.
guy was more posable.
He'd be really cool.
This is the coolest barbarian I've ever seen.
Yeah. A little bit more articulation, and these would be 10 out of 10s. I would definitely put these on the must-own list. I want to own a bunch more Spawn stuff all of a sudden.
Man. We got 13 wrote on the back of his boots, and Zeus wrote on the back of his boots there.
Yeah. These are awesome. And if you own these and haven't opened them, they are so much cooler out of the box. These are definitely toys you need to open and play with.
Freaking hell.
Yes, these were neat in the box, but I was nowhere nearly as impressed with them until I actually got them in my hands.
You gotta open these guys. Just open all your toys, right?
Most of them. These are on the open list for sure. I'm very glad that I've hoarded these for so long, but I kind of wish I'd opened them 20 years ago.
So there you have it. Remember, like, subscribe, ring the bell so you can be the first to know when we put out a new video. Comment in the section below about what Spawn character, Spawn person, Spawn
series?
Spawn
series? There's a lot of series. There's
something.
A lot of people hate
Spawn.
the movie. I really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, it was alright. He had the Danny DeVito-esque clown that I kind of liked. I haven't watched it since it came out, really, so I do not remember.
He's really
about
hated
it.
on the internet, by the way.
Yeah, okay. I remember liking him as a kid.
I liked
Maybe.
it. Really liked the movie as a kid. And again,
And I wasn't a
Spawn was never.
I didn't ever
kid-friendly.
have any Spawn comic books or anything like that. The movie was the first introduction to Spawn that I had, unfortunately, probably.
And I think that was pretty common. I think the movie actually opened a lot of people's eyes.
So anyway,
Yeah.
there you have it.
We'll catch you next time on Fishy Toys.
See you guys next time.